Love to see Cincinnati on the shelf.
Trust Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck weeknights on ABC 36 News Now. Time for Good Day Kentucky on ABC 36 News Now.
Welcome into Good Day Kentucky. I'm Doug High.
And I'm Lisa High. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning. And we have a lot coming up today on GDK.
First, a check of your forecast with meteorologist Dylan Goodday. Dylan, today's the day, right? Between 100 and 105 heat index?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be hot. And right now it's kind of gloomy out there. The ceiling is low. The clouds are basically right at the level of our Hickson Funson Kentucky Lawyers Tower cameras. So we're trying to see through those low clouds. That's a look at Man o' War Boulevard at the end of Man o' War as you're coming up the hill to meet up with Winchester Road. That's all we can see. It's all I can get from the camera right now. 73 with those low clouds. Once these clouds do clear out, though, it's going to warm up and warm up quickly. So don't be caught off guard. You may think, oh, these clouds are going to keep it cooler today. Maybe for right now, but that's going to change. And it's also just allowing for that bathtub to kind of heat up with the high humidity. Dew points into the low to mid 70s. Heat index, heat advisory out today through 8 o'clock tomorrow for the potential of a 105-degree heat index, if not higher than 105 in spots. And that will, of course, be possible. Notice how we really spike temperatures at around lunchtime through the afternoon into the low 90s. That heat index will be pushing 103 to 105 at times, particularly if skies are clear. There's also the chance of a couple pop-up showers developing and storms, but right now we're not seeing that. We're not getting a lot of that instability because the sun hasn't come out yet, but there are a couple very light showers out across far eastern Kentucky. So as you head throughout your day today, we'll eventually try to clear the skies out a little bit. Temperatures will reach the low to mid 90s, feeling like the triple digits. We'll have more details on that coming up in your full forecast.
Breaking news this morning, Lexington police are investigating an injury collision on I-75, which is causing a huge traffic backup.
Lexington police say they were called before 7:45 this morning to a 3-vehicle crash involving a semi-truck. It's on I-75 southbound near the Newtown Pike exit. They say one person was sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, 2 lanes are closed as crews work to clear the scene, and the semi may need to be towed. According to police, drivers are urged to avoid the area. There's no word yet on how long the closure will last, and we'll continue to update this traffic alert as it develops. Well, late last night, emergency crews rushed to a flooded home on Laurel River Road in London.
Just after 10:30 p.m., 911 dispatchers alerted units that homeowners were trapped by rising water. Rescue crews, with help from the campground fire department, used a boat to safely evacuate those inside. Also on scene, Laurel County EMS, the sheriff's office, and emergency management. Officials say crews checked on others in the area, and with more rain on the way, they urge everyone to stay weather aware. Remember, never drive through flooded roads. Stay safe, Laurel County. A Franklin County teen is missing and deputies are asking for your help. 16-year-old Jeremiah Cole was last seen around 4:30 yesterday afternoon near Preston's Way in Frankfort. He was wearing a blue hoodie, green sweatpants, white shoes, and glasses. Cole's about 6'1", weighs 140 pounds. If you've seen Jeremiah or you know where he might be, call the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. That's 502-875-8582. Or you can send an anonymous tip to their inbox.
The Scott County Sheriff's Office needs your help locating a suspicious person caught on camera. Deputies say the man attempted to break into 2 detached garages and was seen trespassing on at least 4 properties near the 4600 block of Frankfort Road, moving on foot towards Fisher's Mill. If you spot him or have video, call 502-863-7855. To stay anonymous, text a tip to 859-509-0510. Or use the Submit a Tip button on the Scott County Sheriff's Kentucky app. And remember, do not approach him. Let deputies handle the situation.
In Laurel County, a preliminary hearing is expected today for a man charged in connection to a deadly boating accident. According to court records, 53-year-old Don Peace is scheduled for a hearing this morning at 11. He's charged with vehicular homicide while under the influence of alcohol and operating a boat while drunk. State game wardens with the Department of Fish and Wildlife arrested Peace after last Tuesday's deadly boating accident near the Marsh Branch boat ramp on Laurel River Lake. According to an obituary, his brother, 53-year-old John Peace, died around the same time. His funeral was held Sunday at Bowling Funeral Home in London.
In Rowan County, a man is charged with murder in connection to the death of the teenager, and he is now due in court today. According to officials, Gildardo Martinez is scheduled for a preliminary hearing this morning on murder, assault, and rape charges. Now, police say Martinez shot and killed 15-year-old Luis Salas Nunez and injured his sister on July 20th at a home on West Sun Street in Moorhead. According to the Congressman Andy Barr, Martinez is here in the U.S. illegally.
A judge has barred Brooks Houck, the man convicted of killing Bardstown mother Crystal Rogers, from selling any of his assets. Houck was found guilty earlier this month of Rogers' 2015 murder. Now, her family has filed a civil wrongful death lawsuit accusing him of trying to sell off more than $8 million in property to avoid a potential payout. Court records show Houck called family members from jail, urging them to sell homes, vehicles, and equipment. A Nelson County judge has now issued a temporary injunction. An evidentiary hearing set for October 8th.
And now to New York and the latest on a mass shooting in Midtown Manhattan.
As ABC's Nicole D'Antonio reports, a number of people are dead, including an off-duty police officer and the suspect.
This morning, an active investigation into a mass shooting in an office tower in the heart of New York City. Authorities say the shooter is 27-year-old Shane Devon Tamara. At the end of the workday Monday night, police say he walked towards 345 Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan, wearing body armor and carrying a rifle.
The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire.
Authorities say the suspect then went into the elevators where a woman was getting out.
The shooter then calls the elevator, which opens in the lobby. A female exits that elevator, and he allows her to walk past him unharmed.
He then rode to the 33rd floor, where he allegedly walked the floor, firing rounds, striking and killing a woman before police say he turned the gun on himself. The building where the shooting occurred is headquarters to major companies, including the financial firm Blackstone and the NFL. Inside, workers were told to shelter in place, some employees even using office furniture to barricade the door.
We heard multiple shots go off in quick succession from the first floor, and a lot of us just rushed into the room. Some went out in the back door, out onto the street. Other people, including me, we ran into the conference room and then eventually barricaded the tables across the doors and just stayed still.
Outside, witnesses described the chaos on the streets.
I heard, you hear like, I thought it was like drums or something, and then I was like, what's happening? We just kept walking, and then you see people running at you. And so then we're like, what's happening? It's like, we heard gunshots, so we just ran.
In total, 5 people were shot, including an off-duty NYPD officer who was working security for the building. He leaves behind 2 young kids and a wife who's pregnant with their 3rd child.
The man was found with a note in his pocket that may point to a possible motive. Police say a handwritten note claimed he suffered from traumatic brain injury and made a vague reference to the NFL. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Back here in Kentucky, an animal health alert. Officials say a horse has tested positive for rabies in Garrett County. In a post on Facebook, the health department says a horse in Bryantsville area tested positive for rabies recently. Health officials are now reminding owners to make sure that their animals are up to date on their rabies vaccinations.
In Lexington, a final work group meeting will be held today, focusing on the Fayette County Board of Education's budget shortfall. The group includes 31 community members, parents, teachers, business representatives, faith leaders, and students. They met for the first time on June 25th. Tonight's meeting scheduled for 5:30 at the Hub on Midland Avenue.
Later this morning in Fayette County, Mayor Linda Gordon will recognize the life and legacy of a Lexington priest who passed away last year.
According to officials, Father Norman Fisher died unexpectedly on July 15th in 2024. He was pastor of St. Peter Claver Church and also chaplain at Lexington Catholic High School. A presentation proclaiming today as Father Norman Day will be held this morning at 9 in the Government Center on East Main Street. Other events honoring his legacy include an art gallery featuring Father Norman's art, a children's book launch on Saturday, and a gallery fundraiser on August 20th in honor of Father Norman's birthday. Well, coming up, Dylan will have your full forecast.
And still ahead, a powerful tribute in Breathitt County, marking 3 years since the devastating 2022 flood. Keep it here.
Calling all early risers. Plan your next memory at gatlinburg.com.
There's a reason cops make exceptional DJs.
Freeze! Everybody put your hands in the air. Yeah!
Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm.
I love you, DJ Popo!
With over $25 billion recovered for our clients, there's a reason to go big.
You have the right to remain silent!
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Aqua Living's tax-free super sale going on now. Summer's blazing. Our deals are too hot to handle. Right now, save over 40% off MSRP and we'll pay your sales tax. Hot tub starting at $24.99. Payments as low as $52 per month. Up to $6,000 off luxury swim spas. Take home an easy plug-in power spa. No special wiring needed. Plus, choose from 60 months no interest financing or let us pay your sales tax. Save big now at Aqua Living's tax-free, hassle-free super sale. Go to shophottubs.com.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design.
Celebrate Independence Day. Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Is your AC not cooling? Call us in the morning. We'll be there today. That's right. For the fastest response time in town, call Bryant this morning. We'll see you today. Bryant Heating and Cooling. We're always here when you need us most.
Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Welcome back in. Here's a look across the region at some of our Kentucky Mesonet sites. Low clouds, really the theme here in a lot of spots this morning. One area that's seeing some partial clearing would be Wayne County, allowing temperatures to warm up a little bit. We did see some heavy rain yesterday. Southeastern Laurel County by far the most. We don't have an official measurement there, but radar estimates show 2 to 3 inches of rain fell during the evening hours yesterday. North and east of Lexington also received a decent amount of rain, close to an inch of radar estimated rainfall there near Clark County, half an inch Owen County, over half an inch in Owen County, over half an inch in Franklin County as well. South Central Kentucky and southeastern, again, southeastern Laurel County, that's where we received the most rain, upwards of half an inch reported at the Knox County Mesonet site. Looking at the heat alerts, heat advisory out throughout the day today into your day tomorrow. Yesterday, Western Kentucky, Webster County, to be particular, at the Kentucky Mesonet site, we hit a heat index of 122. We are not going to be getting that hot here locally, but it just puts in perspective. That's really, really hot for this part of the country. And we're going to see our heat index climbing close to 105 once we start to clear the skies out later in the day today, if not above 105. Notice, though, those temperatures dropping later in the week, and that's after that cold front does pass on through. So 77 to 70 right now, the range of our temperatures. Locally a little bit warmer over towards Lebanon at 79. Viper radar right now showing, outside of some very light rain showers across far eastern Kentucky, everyone else is dry. We may try to pop up a few very small showers and a storm or two through the midday. Generally, we are drier than we were yesterday for most of us. This is our front. Once this finally works its way to the south, that's what's going to bring us that cooler air by the end of the week. This is a look at temperatures throughout the day today. We'll be peaking right around the upper 80s by lunchtime, low to mid 90s during the afternoon. Isolated pop-ups possible, not widespread though. We remain muggy overnight. Some areas may not even fall out of the mid 70s, and with that, it's going to lead to a hotter day on your Wednesday afternoon, even in spots, with a heat index approaching 105, if not over that, with some isolated showers and some storms that may increase in likelihood later into the evening. So we'll be watching for some heavier rain later on your Wednesday, and then Thursday, that's our more widespread chance of rain as that front eventually pushes on through. So Thursday is still going to be muggy as that front is kind of over the area, but once that passes by Saturday morning, that's our refreshing feel that we'll be moving on in as the strong ridge weakens, builds further to the west. You've got a dip in the jet stream over the eastern United States, and that will allow for our temperatures to dip below average. We're talking low 80s. Some areas may even stay in the upper 70s. That can't be ruled out here to end the week and head into the weekend as well. So as this front pushes on through Thursday, eventually into Friday, here comes that area of high pressure building to our north, and that will eventually lead to that more refreshing feel. Saturday morning, some upper 50s could be possible as you step outside to begin your day. Hot and humid for today. Stray storm possible tonight. We will be tracking mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, warm and muggy, and there's a look ahead at your full 7-day forecast. So the storm chances increase Wednesday into Thursday, lingering showers possible on Friday. Those temperatures low 80s for the weekend.
Your 7-day forecast is brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Well, a powerful day of remembrance in Breathitt County on Monday as the community gathered at Main Street Park to honor lives lost during the devastating July 28th, 2022 flood.
The Jackson Women's Club hosted the event, calling it a moment to reflect, remember, and stand together. Loved ones may be gone, but they are never forgotten. Organizers are inviting everyone to visit the park, take a quiet moment, and pay tribute. 3 years later, the message remains clear. Breathitt County is strong.
The heat is on, and it's hitting Kentuckians hard, not just outside, but in their wallets. Lexington is extending its extreme heat plan, and a local organization is stepping up to help lower power bills. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, provides one-time electric bill relief for qualifying residents. Officials say the money goes directly to utility companies, but you must meet certain income requirements to apply. The program helps thousands of families every summer.
Without LIHEAP, I think a lot more people will find themselves struggling. LIHEAP is an incredibly important program for the nation. It's an incredibly important program for Kentuckians.
Now, Hill says her agency handles around 2,500 applications each season, and the need is growing, even for families who never used to need help. Applications open today. They run through September 12th. To find out if you can qualify, visit WTVQ.com.
Heads up if you're heading to the Red River Gorge. The iconic Nada Tunnel in Powell County will be closed all day today for pavement repairs. Crews will begin blacktopping at 8 a.m. and expect to wrap up by 4 p.m. The one-lane tunnel on Kentucky 77 has developed potholes and needs immediate maintenance. No traffic will be allowed through during repairs, so drivers should plan to use Kentucky 11 and Kentucky 613 through Bowen or Kentucky 715 through Pine Ridge. More than 700 vehicles pass through the tunnel daily.
MCHS's new school counselor and dog. Meet Rachel Davis. That's the school's counselor and her therapy dog, Margo. The two are no strangers to students, having worked previously at Camargo Elementary. They live on a farm in Mount Sterling where they raise cattle and sheep, and they love making memories with their family. Margo will split her time between MCHS and Camargo Elementary, offering a helping paw wherever she goes.